Peace, family. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sister Happy Vet. Before we get started into this next one, which I'm waiting for, I told you it was coming. When Wayne talked to Sheila about what she needs to do to get over Anthony. Before we get into this, please like, share, tag, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you do not miss out on any future content, especially when we talk about these Country Wayne streets. What's going on in these Country Wayne streets, right? Okay, family. So yeah, and Wayne came over. Sorry for the noise right by the window. You know my favorite spot. Um, Wayne came over to do some work with Piari, found Shayla there. Have a little, she's filling him in on what happened at the party, and of course she tells him that's his wife. What do you expect to happen? She wants to vent, but he like this is real life. You need to deal with the reality of the world, and this man is going to be in your child's life basically because that's his wife, and he gave a good example on, what if you was in Amber's shoes and this was done to you? How would you feel? But Shayla doesn't hear anything except what Shayla wants to hear. She's in that fantasy world with Anthony being her family. She never even wanted a child, didn't talk about a child. Shayla was just dealing with RB. Whatever man would take care of her that she can move off of, and just basically living free and clear, doing her thing, living with RB, just out there wilding meaning messing with her best friend's husband. But that's how she was before Anthony. I'm sure before RB. And it's time for Shayla to grow up and put her big girl drawers on, seriously, and really focus on herself. She never had that. She tried to get a little job with Lily. She that only lasts 2 seconds. Shayla has to rediscover herself or discover herself for the first time. What does she want out of life? What does she want? She got this baby now, and that was something that she didn't expect to happen. But she thought that that baby would be the grip, the pawn. Of course, she loves her baby, but now she has to learn how to operate on her own with this child and co-parent, which she never ever wrote that picture for herself. Anthony was supposed to be the answer to her entire life, being that kept woman with her and her baby and not have to worry to ever be self-sufficient. She wanted the life Amber had without the work. See, Amber has a life of luxury with Anthony, but she works and contributes and does her part. She didn't want to do any of that. So now she has to find out how to do her part. Be a real partner to a man and not just a leech. So let's see what advice Wayne gives her.
Yeah, give me the real then, Wayne.
Give me the real. You want the real shit. Shayla, first of all, you want the bad. I'm gonna give you the bad news first. Bad news is, listen, this is a situation that you got to understand
You
that you
got
put
up in that.
yourself in, right? You already know this man. If he married Amber, he still had love for her. That means his love never left for her anyway. Now, did he love you? I believe he loved you, but in the situation, that's that man's wife. So now that he's back with her, just like she had to kind of, you want her to respect your relationship, you have to respect that relationship.
And she never did. I didn't expect her
Taylor, you're not the creator, but she's the foundation. You met Anthony through her. But anyway, that's over with. We already know the situation. I'm the type of person I don't want to keep throwing in your face because I don't want nobody to keep throwing nothing in my face. And they say you're supposed to treat people how you want God to treat you. And God got a lot he could throw in my face. So that's over with. But now that you're in this situation, you know what you need to do? Get on your business and Shayla.
too.
Get on your whatever that takes, whether getting you a hustle, but work on yourself. Because the only reason why your heart broken right now, because you don't feel like you could find another man of value of Anthony. Because when you really deep in yourself, don't deep in your heart, you know you don't work on yourself. You don't care who leave you. Because you know I can go get another better you. Right now, what you're feeling is the emptiness in yourself. You got to get up on your game. You can't be around here talking to my assistant today on my time. Because really, this be my time. You know what I'm saying? I pay her to sit home like this. But she be really busy sometimes, and you kind of be in the way. So, you know what I'm saying?
You're not in the way.
All right.
Am I in the way?
No.
Wayne, it's not just about not meeting another man. I always have a man. It's about my family.
Yeah, and for the love of your family, get on your grind.
He was saying just move on. Like let's move forward.
Nah,
Stop
I'm
worrying
telling you,
about Anthony.
move in yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can move on and still not work on yourself. I'm telling you, you need to move inside of Shayla. You need to get on your grind. You know the reason why I can't even think about nobody leaving me? Because at the end of the day, I love my family so much that I go so hard that I don't got time to think about nobody relationship.
And this is so key. And I can, I could say this for who I am, a woman. A lot of times we can be easily manipulated by a man, and when we don't have, when we put so much love into them, not so much into ourselves, or never got that poured into us. As you see from Shayla, put aside all the wrong that she's done. We know we angry with her. We can't stand her most of the time. But there's a reason for everything. Now, the root of Shayla, you know, because I hate this mess for us, especially as black women, being in situations like this. And many of us have been in situations like this. Maybe not so much with our best friend's husband, but maybe somebody's husband that some woman we didn't know, but or just a relationship with just with somebody who wasn't yours. And it had to be a husband, somebody, a boyfriend, whatever. It may be a situation just not healthy, not conducive, not righteous. Um, but a lot of that has a root problem. It has to do with self-esteem. It has to do with no one ever pouring into you. Not pouring into God's word. Not and that this is what Wayne is to her. You see how she's basically at Wayne's feet like a little child, puppy dog eyes. She's really listening. She doesn't want to listen, but she doesn't know anything else. Right now she's feeding off of her want and desire. And that's Anthony, how Anthony made her feel that love and desire. For whatever reason she felt she needed that. I don't know if she didn't get that enough from Brody growing up. Maybe it was more of Angelina with her, more so than Brody pouring into her to respect yourself, not getting that love from a dad. A lot of times women won't look for that in a man. Certain tools that she didn't get growing up, now she feels that's how life should be. This is how she's running her life. Just saying that there's a reason for everything. And what Wayne is pouring into her now, she never really got that. Um, she needs to. And Angelina is telling her the wrong thing and in the wrong direction. She has to relearn things and grow and learn respect and honor, but mostly for that of herself, because she wouldn't made the move she did if she had love, respect, for self respect, and honor and the principles we that of God, and just the principles of being a good person. That golden rule: do unto others as you would like to do unto you. And a lot of people think, well, as long as that's not me, that man is doing for me, I'm getting that life. Forget who else I hurt. And she's in that place now. She's in a place of promises that Anthony's not filling. Promises of, not really even promises, a fantasy world of being with Anthony and the lifestyle that she wanted that never really was hers. Never was hers. She borrowed it from her friend. And it was wrong. So, I don't want to take too much time away from what Wayne has to say, but I wanted to say that because it's a lot of women who do things um, because they just weren't taught better. Um, Many women do ruthless things because they were hurt by a man once, and it transformed them because of that broken heart. And Shayla didn't learn this. She wasn't taught a lot of the foundations of things she needs to do as a woman, as a girl growing up. And then there's things like there's also um, pouring into that word and learning God and that spiritual side that she needs to hold on to. Those two things and that foundation, like Wayne said, you Amber was the foundation. You met Anthony through her. So don't forget where he came from. He was never yours.
How they feel about it. I work on Wayne, and you gonna grind. You get on your grind and get on find you something to hustle, and not just that. Do work on your inner self first before you even work on that. Because if you go out here and hustle, it's gonna be a version of how you are anyway.
Yeah.
Get on your grind, man. Stop letting the situation drag you. Because if you stay in this the mindset of the situation, it's gonna drag you through the mud, the rocks, the gravel, everything.
It's just difficult, Wayne, because every day I have to look at my son, and all I really see is Anthony.
Yeah. You think you're the only one going through something today? It's somebody who didn't wake up today. It's somebody who family members sick. It's somebody who, girl, everybody got problems. Stop making your problems so personal that you think you're the only one got it because it's worse situations than this. Get up on your stuff and be the best Shayla you can be. And then PR really gotta talk some business for real. We gotta talk some real stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave because this Kai's actual birthday
See,
today.
yeah, happy birthday, Kai.
Yes, happy birthday. But
Happy birthday to my nephew.
I appreciate your nephew. You didn't even come to his party.
Yeah, I didn't come. I was there in spirit.
You call him an extra. He's sending a gift.
That's the truth, yeah. I got 10 kids. Bro. But anyway, we gotta work on this.
Bye, Tiara.
Bye. Bye, Sharon.
Call you later.
Bye bye.
That was good, man. That was good. Yes, Shayla, she has to reevaluate her life without Angelina in her head. She has to really look and repent um, for the wrong that she did to Amber. Um, find the love for herself and figure out what she wants to do in her life for her. What brings her joy? What's her purpose outside of Anthony? For her and her child, be a better woman for your son, the mother that he's going to need growing up. Um, Angelina was there. She did the best she can. There's a story, I'm sure, where Angelina asked her why she's the way she is with Shayla as opposed to Zachary. Um, and yeah, there's always a reason for everything, even with her. So sometimes we just like, that's the reason why God gives us a lot of grace and mercy because He knows us from the foundation. He knows us from birth. He knows the circumstances of our birth, what went on when we was in our mother's womb, um, everything that led us to be the person we are today, and that's why we get His grace because nobody knows Him like us. He knows us better than we know us because He knows everything on our backstory, everything that formulated us because He also formed us in our mother's womb. So yeah, flaws and all. So much as we can't stand Angelina and Shay and the wrong that they did, the circumstances and reasons for the way that they are. And I hope that will unravel as time goes on. But for now, Wayne is 100% right. It starts with love for self and building your character, and that takes time. Shayla has to see the error of ways and really see the wrong of what she's doing right now. She sees no wrong. She has no sympathy for Amber. All that has to change. I don't know. Maybe this new brother Chad will help her see that in herself. He seems to be a brother who would speak life. I don't know his background. I think he's a new character that we're about to learn about. Seems like a good brother so far. Maybe instead of the vanity and narcissism that's in Anthony, that let this continue to brew until he had a baby with his wife's best friend. And the way Anthony is, as long as he can control you and take care of you and run your life, he's happy. As long as you're bringing him peace and no making no waves, he's happy. He's, he has a lot of work to do within himself, and his character ain't do no good for. He's not gonna do any good for helping build Shayla or help her in the right direction. Maybe Chad doesn't want to do that. Help her see things from a male perspective differently. Um, so that may be interesting. Maybe he'll be good for her. Wake up something in Anthony out of jealousy, but time to think for you, Shayla. Not for Anthony, for you and Kai. We'll see how much growing up she does the rest of this year, but that was interesting. Okay, We on to the next. See else what else we got to talk about. But if we don't talk again, have an amazing Labor Day, and we'll talk soon. Stay blessed, stay authentic to you, and live the life you deserve. Peace.